Colleen, good to see you.
You too. Has the new speaker been invited to the White House? And is the president concerned about working with the new speaker given his track record on gun control, on abortion, on the 2020 election?
So a couple of things. So upon the speaker's election, we invited him today, it's actually happening right now, to a bipartisan briefing with leadership and relevant committee chairs and ranking members and on the president's supplemental national security, obviously, package. And so that's happening right now, I think. It's still happening. And so the speaker is here, and he did join that briefing. And and the other questions. So the president was asked yesterday about 2020, and the president, I think, answered it pretty straightforward. You heard him say that when it came to the 2020 election, we had more than 60 judges who basically threw those cases out of the court or proved it to not be true, right? When it came to the accusations that the elections were not, I guess, real, or whatever, however they said it in 2020. But also, a Trump administration said the 2020 election was the safest, was the safest election that we've ever had, right? And you heard that from the Trump administration. And the president also said that, he understands the Constitution. So the president answered that question. Look, more broadly as it relates to the speaker, the president has said that once Congress, the House conference, was able to get their affairs in order after spending 22 days to pick a speaker in their chaos that we have seen them do the last 22 days, once they figured that out, he would be willing to work with them in good faith to get things done on behalf of the American people. We've been able to do really big things in a bipartisan way, whether it's the Chips and Science Act, whether it's the infrastructure law. We've been able to do that to deliver for the American people. And the president wants to do that. He wants to continue that progress. And let's not forget, in the midterms, the American people were very clear. They want to continue to see that type of bipartisanship. They want us to continue to grow the economy. And so that's the president's focus. He's willing to do that. He's willing to take up the speaker's words on working on common ground to make that happen.
Is the president confident the House, since it's in order again, can get the supplemental taken care of before the...
So a couple of things there. As we know, we've heard from many Republicans even on the supplemental, especially the national security supplemental, and how we've seen bipartisan support. And so that's really important. And I have a couple of folks that I want to actually read out. Leader McConnell said our national security priorities from Russia to Hamas to China are all connected, and this requires a worldwide approach. Senate Armed Services Ranking Member Roger Wicker said he absolutely supports linking Ukraine and Israel aid, and that a solid majority in the House and Senate could too. Senate Appropriations Vice Chair Susan Collins said each of these four elements are critical. So we have seen a strong bipartisan support for the national security supplemental. That includes Ukraine and Israel. And so there is no reason we should not be able to move forward to get that done.